Hello students, hope you all are well and doing hard work to achieve the goal. Students, today we will start with the chapter number 8, Concepts of Cost and Revenue. In this we will discuss the topics meaning of the cost of production, other concepts of production like opportunity cost, real cost, private cost, social cost, fixed cost and variable cost, short run average cost, long run costs, economies and diseconomies of scale. So firstly we will discuss the key terms. First is cost. Price of raw material, rent for the use of land, wages, price of Maggi, price of wheat. So cost is an amount that has to be paid on or spent to buy any commodity. Our next term is production. Creation of a table from a log of wood, stitched dress, cooked food and building cars, etc. All the examples of production. So production means transformation of the raw material into finished goods. Now next one is cost of production. So to understand the meaning of cost of production, firstly we will discuss expenses incurred on the factor inputs used in production. Now here the word factor input means land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Now the meaning of cost of production. Suppose we have to make a bread. So how we can count the cost of bread? So in order to make a bread, the things required are cost of maida, cost of labor, cost of oven, cost of electricity plus cost of sheets used to bake the bread. So when we will add all these costs, we will get the cost of bread. So cost of production is a functional relationship between cost and output, shows total cost at each level of output. See here C is equal to F of Q. Here C is the cost, F is the function and Q is output. Done students? Now next one is, what is the meaning of output? Output means, suppose 100 tractors are made in an industry at the end of the day. That is known as output. Understanding of the topic or making of a tea, and when it's ready to drink, it's ready to take, that is known as output. A cup of tea, it is known as output. Then now next one is, our next key terms are explicit cost or actual cost or accounting cost or money cost. So these are the different names for the same type of cost, that is explicit cost. In the explicit cost, we will consider the examples of wages, prices for the raw material, fuel, power, rent for building, interest on capital or the interest on the money borrowed. So all these are the examples of explicit cost. Now next one is, so all the costs paid by the producer for hiring the factor inputs are explicit costs. It is also known as actual cost, as these costs are paid in money form. So that's why we call it as a money cost also. As this money cost, it is noted down in the accounts by the accountants. That's why these costs are also known as accounting cost. Now next one is implicit cost. Rent on the producer's own purchased land and building, interest on the entrepreneur's own capital or a machinery, and normal profit, imputed wages, that is self services done by the entrepreneur in the production process. So implicit costs are self-supplied inputs used in the production process. Input means land, labor and capital. Entrepreneurs own purchased land, entrepreneurs self-services, and entrepreneurs own purchased machinery. It is used in the implicit cost. So now the word is normal profit. Normal profit, it is also known as opportunity cost for the entrepreneur, as if the entrepreneur is not earning anything from the business, then he can change his occupation. He can do any other business. Next one is economic cost. Economic cost is the sum total of explicit cost and implicit cost. Now the word opportunity, you buy a pizza for rupees 80 and with that some amount of money you could have bought a drink and a hot dog. So opportunity cost is the cost of drink and hot dog. You are having rupees 1000 and you decide to buy a pair of shoes and do not want to pay the electricity bill. So electricity bill is the opportunity cost. Now students, so opportunity cost of any good is the next best good that is sacrificed. If we want to increase the production of wheat on a single piece of land that is already divided into two parts, one half for the wheat and another half it is used for the vegetables. In order to increase the production of wheat, what we will do, we will use the other piece of land or some part of the land that is used for the agriculture. Because producer is having profit motive, he knows the market value of the wheat and he will increase the production of wheat in order to earn the profit, and he will decrease the production of vegetables. So decrease the production of vegetables, that is the opportunity cost. Now next one is real cost. What is the meaning of real cost? Exertion of labor due to abstinence, efforts and sacrifice of labor and by the owner. So real cost is the cost that refers to the pains and discomforts involved in supplying the factor input by their owners and any other factor. You can say labor. Now next one is social cost. Any kind of action taken by the producer and that becomes a sufferer for the society, like smoke of buses, fields. Society suffers from the health problems, like when the trees of forests are indiscriminately felled by the contractor, the society incurs social cost in the form of floods, soil erosion, loss of sanctuary for animals. Then, so next one is private cost. Cost for the purchase of land, machinery, building and machinery, cost of hiring labor. So private cost is the cost that refers to the costs incurred by an individual firm for the producing of a commodity. Next one is fixed costs and variable costs. Fixed costs. Cost incurred for the machinery, factory building, salary to the permanent staff, top management salary, interest on the investment, land, investment of the fixed capital, insurance charges, property taxes, maintenance cost and normal profit. All these are the examples of fixed cost. So fixed cost, also known as contractual cost or unavoidable cost or overhead cost or general cost or supplementary costs or indirect cost. So these costs are the costs that refers to the expenses incurred on fixed inputs used in the production process. Now variable cost. Variable cost like raw material, labor wages, payment for fuel and power, interest on short-term loans, excise taxes, wear and tear, that is depreciation. So variable or prime or direct costs are the costs which vary with the changes in the volume of output. Variable costs changes on the daily basis. Next one is, we will discuss the total fixed cost schedule. See here, output in units, that is 0 production, 1 unit of production, 2 units of production and so on up to 6 units of production. Now total fixed cost, that is TFC in rupees. You see, total fixed cost at 0 level of production is 100 and at 1 unit of production is also 100, 2 units of production also 100. In the same way you can see that throughout the total fixed costs remain the same. This is because that when there is no production, even at a 0 level of production, there is a total fixed cost exist because of the purchase of a machinery. Once the expenditure incurred on the purchase of a machinery never return. When we will draw these points on the axis of y and x, we will get a straight line parallel to the x-axis, showing that total fixed cost remains the same at each level of production, because with the increase or decrease in the production, total fixed cost, that is cost of a machinery, cost of a land or cost of a building, remains the same. Then now next one is, so production do not change with the change in output. Change with the change in the output, they have to be incurred when the output is large or small or 0. So total fixed cost always there. Now our next topic is total variable cost. Now see the schedule for the total variable cost. First of all, output in units 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now total variable cost. You know the total variable cost, that is the wages of labor, raw material, 0 at 0 level of production, At 1 unit of production it is 20, and second unit of production that is 47, and so on. Why it is so? Why the total variable cost increases with the increase in production units? Because total variable cost includes wages and the price of the raw material and electricity bills. As the production increased, there is more demand for labor, and producer has to pay more wages to the laborers. So in this way we can see that total variable cost will increase, but mind it, at zero level of production total variable cost becomes zero. So now see the diagram. In the diagram we will measure the cost on the y-axis and output on the x-axis. You see, when we will draw this scheduled points on the axis, we will get this type of curve. This is known as total variable cost. When everything was ready but no production was there, so zero variable cost, because no wages are given to the laborers. Next one is, as the production increase, labor also increased and wages also increased. That's why total variable cost starts from the origin and moving towards the upside. So next one is, we will discuss distinction between the fixed cost and variable cost. So first of all, meaning. Fixed cost incurred on the factors like land, building, machinery and salary, etc., and do not vary with the increase in production. On the other hand, variable cost incurred on the variable factors like wages, raw materials, etc., and this is a short term, on the short term loans also. Increase in the variable cost with the increase in production. Done. Now next one is shape of the cost curve. Fixed cost, that is horizontal straight line parallel to x-axis, and in this variable cost starts from the origin and move upward. At the zero level of production, fixed cost remains there, but at the zero level of production, variable cost also zero. Next one is relation between output with input. Fixed at all levels of production, even at zero level of production. Increase with the increase in the level of production, variable cost. Next one is time. Fixed cost, it is a short period. Firms will not stop production if the cost remains the same or there is no change in the cost. In both periods, whether it is a short run or long run, production in the firms can be stopped if costs are not covered. Next one is, next point, that is alternative name. Fixed cost, also known as indirect cost, and variable cost, also known as direct cost. Students, thank you for listening. So students, for better understanding of the topic, please go through these links after the completion of the lecture. Now it's time to note down the homework. Explain the following with examples. Concept of cost function, cost of production, explicit or accounting or money or actual or unavoidable cost. Implicit cost, opportunity cost, economic cost, real cost, private cost, social cost. Thank you. Hope you all will complete the chapter